It's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. Welcome to the Game Mess Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of video games, so you never have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb, and with me is
Mike Minotti.
In today's episode, Capcom moves up the release of Pragmata, Xbox confirms its next-gen console is a PC, and hat.
I got the hat.
The hat returns.
Oh, there's so many things in the hat that we're going to decide. It's going to be amazing. I haven't even added any new ones. There's still so many we have to work through.
We already have all the best ones in there. We don't need any new ones.
We took out so many bad ones already. There's got to be good ones.
That's just how math works. Mike, how are you doing?
I think I'm okay. I think I got a little beef with you right now, and I'm going to let it out here right now.
Yeah, shoot.
So we've been doing these, these streams like, oh, the game's new. I'm just going to stream it for a bit, right?
Yeah.
And for a while, it's like, oh, what are we going to call it? And like, we had no good
ideas.
Okay. No good ideas. And then the other day it hit me. I was like, okay, we can call it a launch look. Because the game's launching. It kind of sounds like quick look. There's like alliteration. A launch look. So I was like, I put it in Discord, like, guys, launch look. I think that just like, I don't think we need to call him anything. Well, we got to call him something. What do you mean by that?
Why?
What do you want? What are you gonna just call it?
We're gonna call it. We're playing the video game that is the real star of the show. The reason we want people to watch the video.
Write that?
You just say that we're playing the game. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You say something about the game. You name the video based on the game.
I like the launch look.
Launch looks fine, Mike. I'm not like standing in the way. I just think we don't need to name it anything. But now I'm fully on your side now that you've shown me the errors of my ways. Like, I really appreciate you just sitting me down and having a stern talking with me. You're right, and I'm on your side now. Launch look, everybody. Look out for on Giant Bomb.
Chat seems divided about this, too. I don't know.
No, it's just one guy saying Mike is right. Sorry, I got it. Sorry, Mike.
Also, it's Jason Pinella. We don't need to look. We don't need to listen to him.
That's right.
I
like his reasoning. Fun names are fun. That's true.
Yeah.
And if
why don't we just name every video best game ever? And I'll make this face. That's every video. How about that?
Yeah, but then every video is just called Launch Look if it's one of those videos, and it's just
it's called the name of the game, Launch Look.
Okay, sure, that's fine. I'm not. Hey, don't really care. That's fine. We can do that. it works completely fine. I don't think it's necessary, but I don't dislike it. That's all.
Right. It just helps us put it in a bucket. I was like, there should be a branding for these kind of videos is all.
And I think
if it's not the name of the YouTube video.
And on the site, you're right. On the site, like using that name on the site makes a lot of sense. Right. Maybe it doesn't need to be the name on the YouTube video. Maybe it can be. It doesn't matter. But on the site, it does help us. So, all right. I like it. Mm-hmm. Let's start doing it. I will go in there and tell everyone. Okay, yeah.
I am curious. See, I understand your position of just like, well, we don't need a name. I don't understand the position that it's a bad name. I think it's clearly a good name. Some of you chatters. And also, obviously, it's not Lunch Look. Are you stupid? Launch Look, because the game's launching and it's a look at the game. Obviously, a great name.
What if you only played at lunchtime, though?
No, because they usually happen around supper time.
Yeah,
They're usually the last things we do in the day.
Yeah, look, I'm on your side, chat. We're fighting. How dare you insult Mike's name? I like that. Launch Look is fun to do, though.
We can't say launch day look because sometimes it's not on launch day. Sometimes it's like the next day. That's why I like launch look. It's implied. You completely broke up the alliteration there, Jason. I thought you were on my side.
The previous idea, I think, was quick start, right? And
quick start, which was that? Some of these things are already the names of sites. I want to call them Day One, and then Xbox Era changed their name to that.
Right. Yeah. Well, look, I think we could do it. I'm all for it. Let's make it happen, Mike. That'd be great. Let's get into the show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Give us a good rating wherever you are listening. Hit the like button on YouTube. It helps people find the show. If you want to ask a question, you can drop a super chat during the show here on YouTube. We'll get to all of those before the end of the program. Thanks to Carlos Ayin, who is Insane in the Rain Music on YouTube for the use of our theme songs. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever pods are caught. Thank you to the mods. Thanks to Christian for producing. And you can get more from Mike and me and support us by going to patreon.com/GameMess. That gets you access to our Discord server, participation in Q&A sessions, and our game club discussions, early access to new episodes of shows like Columbros, and of course, all of our shows ad-free. That's patreon.com/game mess. Thank you to everybody who supported us. We notice it. It means the world. It's the best. We're going to keep doing this stuff because of you all. So thank you all for showing up for it. Patreon.com/game mess. All right, Mike, bunch of stuff to get into. We're going to do it right after this break.
There's more water in my cup than I thought. I spilled on me.
That's just a good start to a podcast. All right, we are back. Mike Minotti, let's talk about the news. Let's see here. Xbox confirms its next console will run PC games and is codenamed Project Helix. Did you see this happening? I think we were in Marry Me Tomodachi when this popped off.
Yep, I did notice this.
Microsoft confirmed its next-gen console, Project Helix, will play both Xbox and PC games. The company teased the logo in a video. New gaming CEO Asha Sharma stated she will discuss the console at GDC next week, confirming Project Helix's focus on performance and multi-store access. This follows earlier rumors and hints from former Xbox president Sarah Bond, who described the console as a premium, very high-end curated experience. While a 2027 launch was initially aimed for, component price increases, may push the release to 2028 or 2029. In line with a lot of the rumors we've heard so far, Mike, this is not too shocking, but they're going to start talking about this thing. Does this feel to you like Asha Sharma coming in and trying to put her stamp on things early on and start the conversation about what's next for Xbox so they can kind of move on quickly from what just happened with Xbox?
Maybe. I mean, maybe that had to happen anyways, right? Regardless of if she was, again, Sarah Bond was already doing this. They were already kind of hyping this thing up. As soon as they were retreating from exclusive and a lot of other things, they were talking about this thing.
Yeah, I mean, this thing was happening. Yes, 100%. Yeah. But the fact that Asha Sharma is going to be at GDC next week talking about it is a little surprising to me.
Especially if it isn't a 2027 machine. Like, we're going to talk about how in-depth are we talking about this thing that might not come out till 2029, and that seems late. And I bet they're in a difficult position because I think the sooner the better, especially the sooner before the PlayStation 6, the better, I think. They're going to want to do a lot to differentiate themselves from that. But yeah, the component prices, that makes things very difficult, but I don't think that's, is that stuff solved by 2029? Maybe looks different.
Probably.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. My question is, when you say, it plays both Xbox and PC games, I mean, what do you mean by that? Because technically anything that plays PC games plays Xbox games. Is there still going to be some kind of is there going to be an Xbox Series X chip in this thing so it still plays those discs? Or
it'll play the discs.
Somehow yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
that I recognize.
I think the implication here is that they probably won't have a disk drive, but you could buy a separate disk drive, plug it in through USB. And any disc or any game that you own for your Xbox previously, for the most part, I bet there will be some weird exceptions. But for the most part, every game you own will just run on this thing. So it's a PC that has backward compatibility for Xbox consoles. And that is new. That would be different because, the PC, I cannot put my Xbox disc into a PC right now and play it. It won't work. There are some cross-buy for digital games, but that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about the actual Xbox game itself will run on these Xbox PCs. It is possible that it could be there's just a chip in there. I don't think that's what they're doing. The reporting seemed to suggest that they had plans to build up the support in Windows so that this will function. Exactly what does that look like? Does that mean in the future all Windows PCs will be able to support this? I don't know. Maybe, probably not right away. But at the very least, say, okay, they are setting this up so it is a PC first, will play Xbox games, and then it will have all these other stores on it. What does that look like for Microsoft going forward? Because what it really sounds like is there was a time when Xbox would sell, 30 to 50 million Xbox consoles. And now it sounds like they're going to go into a world where they're going to try to sell 10 to 15 million PCs to compete with Valve instead of competing with PlayStation. It's a weird maneuver that sort of puts them into a smaller realm in some ways, especially because they, with this model, there's very little reason for these third-party partners to put their game natively on the Xbox Store app. You would just you would make it available through the other stores and make it easy for people to find it on this machine. But then you buy it directly from those developers so they can get 100% of the revenue instead of 30% of the revenue. And then Microsoft loses out on a lot of that money. It's strange. It's hard to understand, but it's obviously Microsoft has been moving away from that for a while now. They made their Microsoft Store on Windows so that you can bring any payment processor you want, so you don't have to include Microsoft in on the cut anymore on Windows. So this is the direction they've been heading. How that actually plays out, I don't know, and I think it really just screams. For them, the games are the platform. That's Call of Duty, Minecraft, and a handful of other things, World of Warcraft. And the platform itself, the hardware platform, is not just an afterthought. It is not a concern at all anymore.
What do you do about the controller, right? Xbox has basically had the same controller forever. And, Valve in this space have to do things like include touchpads and lots of gyro controls and things like that. So do they just slap touchpads onto an Xbox controller? I don't know where they would go. Do they just not worry about that and say like some of your PC games just aren't really probably going to work that well? There's a lot of weird questions here.
Yeah, so that was some of the other reporting. This is not confirmed by Xbox yet, but I think it was Jez who said this. Could have been Tom Warren. That the idea is like this new version of Windows on this new Xbox will be very similar to SteamOS, but for Windows, so that when you turn on the system, it launches into game mode, wholly separate, but with Windows underneath, but it's separate. And then if you want to like get the keyboard and mouse out and navigate a desktop setting, you can launch the desktop setting that would take you into Windows and give you access to all this other stuff that you can then make available in game mode. They did not pull that off for the ROG Xbox Ally, but it seemed like that's what they were going for, and it still feels very far away from that. They seem to think it's very important that they get that up and running for the Project Helix whenever that does come out. I'm not expecting a ton of details in this GDC talk, but maybe a couple of things they'll talk about exactly what their vision is for this and why they're making these choices. And I would be curious to get those answers, and I will be curious to see how Asha Sharma forms those answers, as if she's has an understanding of the strategy and has fully bought into it, or if it's just sort of she's repeating talking points that she was taught. We'll see.
Right. And I mean, there is kind of a point well, still, how much does she understand this industry? Because she's, admit I'm kind of catching up and I'm learning. It's like, okay, how much do you know about console launches, when people don't expect from much? How much do you know about Valve and the things that it has done and is planning to do? I bet a good amount now, but still, it's a lot to take in at one time. It's both the strategy that I think they kind of have to do, and also a strategy that I'm not sure is going to work. So here we
agree.
go.
Yep. All right. Sony reportedly scaling back PC ports for PlayStation exclusives. This is from Sophie McAvoy at gamesindustry.biz. Yep. Complete opposite direction. Sony has reportedly decided to pull back releasing PlayStation 5. Releasing PlayStation 5 exclusives on PC. Basically, Jason Schreier over at Bloomberg did this report after talking about this briefly on a podcast. He came through and he's like, hey, sources are telling me a lot of these PlayStation games aren't making a lot of money. They are also worried about reducing the focus on the console, and they want to sort of reset things here a little bit. So going forward, the big first-party exclusive narrative single-player games will likely not make their way to PC the way that they once did. So while what are some of the recent? While Spider-Man has come to PC, Wolverine will never come to PC, at least under this current strategy. Marathon is launching day and date on PC. That's a multiplayer game. The other single-player games that have come out, like Soros, when that comes out here pretty soon, that will apparently also not come to PC. Now, for me, Mike, when I see this, it's like, okay, I could see there's definitely been sort of a shift in strategy at PlayStation. They're probably let's go retreat a little bit, go to ground. We have a lot of slack because Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. PlayStation's going to sell very well because of that. We want to ensure that we get as much of the revenue from these microtransactions and DLC and selling games on PlayStation as possible, and we can do that if we have a lot of people buying PlayStation still. And when we put these games on PC, some of them did sell well. some of them didn't, and some of them barely sold anything at all. And it's like, I could see a world where if you're PlayStation and you are putting out Sackboy's Big Adventure, and that game is not selling a ton on PlayStation either. But at the very least, at the very least, it sells. It feels special because it's only available on PlayStation. It's just one more thing person can add to a list for why the PlayStation is worth having. It's like that's doing some of the work, and then once you put it on PC, it's like, what is this game again? Like, what makes it special? Why do I care about it? And I think they are worried about that.
Yeah, but like everything, I mean, is Spider-Man
It's extreme.
2, is God of War, like Ghost of Tsushima, is that really like not worth the effort? Because at a certain point I'm like, well, that's weird. Why aren't more people playing these games that are, very well reviewed, very well liked? Not everybody has a PlayStation. I mean, is there just so much of a lack of interest in the PlayStation brand of people who don't have one? I don't know. It's a little bit weird. I think maybe this is some good news for Microsoft because now they will be able to differentiate themselves a good amount because they are the very PC friendly thing. But in that same realm, when we got this new Xbox CEO, what was the first thing the Xbox fans were yelling
she
at
started
her?
talking about
We want exclusives back, right? So like these people, as foreign as a world, I think it seems to me and you and a lot of the people listening to this, there are these people who care about their platforms and they think that the exclusives are a huge deal and are very important to keeping that platform's identity, whatever that means to them. So, yeah, I guess I'm curious what, like, the PlayStation fans think of this. This is good news to them. It seems strange to me, though.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely strange. I think I also am like, this is the kind of decision that doesn't have to actually be forever. It can be very temporary, and very temporary means the next 3 to 5 years. I get the sense that they're probably trying to reset the clock a little bit because it's like, okay, let's just let Grand Theft Auto 6 do the work and then we'll reassess at that point. But really, let's make people feel like when the PS6 comes out, that is legitimately the only place they're going to be able to go to play this game and that game and that game and that game. Because we need every advantage we can get when it comes to time to sell that PlayStation 6 again. The PS5 selling just about as well as the PS4. And it's making more money because it's more expensive, and it still is probably going to then surpass the PS4 when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes and supercharges its sales because it's the default platform for that game. It's not on PC, so they're going to have to get to a point where they're trying to sell us a PS6, and they're going to have to turn to their investors and be like, look, the PS6 is $800 to $1,000, and here's how we're going to make it sell just as well as the PS5. And it's like, oh, what do we got? And at a certain point, all they really are going to have is exclusives because, I mean, unless there's some major breakthrough in gaming that I'm just not foreseeing, they're not going to have the
PSVR 3.
Yes, they're not going to have the buzzwords. It's going to be stuff that it feels so inconsequential.
I'm sure
like
they'll put AI on the box somewhere.
Yep.
Somewhere.
Yeah, by then that might even be passe. Like that might even be a passe sort of marketing buzzword. It already feels like it is to a lot of people.
Pisser 2, baby, let's go.
Pisser 2.
Bring AK back.
Yeah,
you didn't try hard enough with AK. That's the problem.
Exactly. It's like people aren't buying new TVs for that stuff. That they just will not be able to have a simple message to get people to be like, this is why you need to spend that extra money to get a PS6. So exclusives help with that a lot, and it's the kind of thing where it's like, okay, once they get past that hump, and the PS6 sort of establishes itself. And that audience that shows up for PlayStations shows up for that one. They're like, yeah, we'll buy this one again because it's the only place I can play these games that I deeply care about. Then I bet they reassess and like, okay, now that we reset the clock a few years back, it's run out again. We want to make more money from all these games we've previously made. Let's turn the PC faucet back on. That's how I foresee this going.
Yeah, I hope so. Because, and I guess maybe this is a sign that they're right to do this because there's a part of me that maybe I didn't need a PlayStation 6.
Right.
I could just wait for games to come out. If it wasn't for the fact that I have to cover them, honestly, right? But now it's like, I guess I better keep my PlayStation, even though I think about how often I actually use my PlayStation 5. And the fact that, Ghost of Yote came out, and basically these are the games you get one of a year that you supposedly own a PlayStation 5 for, and everyone said it was good, and I still kind of didn't care. So I don't know where I feel like I'm just in a really weird place with these things right now. Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird because it seems like we were heading in one direction and then it just got completely U-turned here. I'm guessing that Lego Horizon is going to be the first and last, maybe not, I forget it was the first, but the last PlayStation Switch game, huh?
I think so, yeah. I mean, obviously, there's games that were formerly PlayStation, like that Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Right.
PlayStation's not publishing that on Nintendo because that's a third-party studio.
There's the weird thing with MLB The Show and whatever, the MLB's involved.
Weird exceptions that in many ways prove the rule.
Yeah.
But like, MLB is more like MLB side, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think MLB publishes the game on those other platforms.
Is that new one coming to PC? Come on.
I think
put
so.
that job
so.
listing for PC people.
I think it'll be on PC.
So.
Yeah, so also, like, I know I'm not the biggest Returnal fan, but Saros, if I have to play that game, I would have preferred to have done it with mouse and keyboard.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, that's a real shame. Yeah, okay, Ghost of Yotei, I get it. Sure, if that's not going to come to PC, it feels a little bit strange at this point, but okay. Saros, really? That's just a game that would do great on PC if you released it there a year later. Honestly, day and date at this point, it feels like that makes more sense, but they're just not doing it.
Especially, it's especially weird today when Marathon has had its launch. It seems like it's off to a decent start, and like Marathon on PC could potentially make more money than any game PlayStation releases on the PlayStation 5 this year, right? And I get it's live service, and it's kind of a rare thing there. But yeah, I don't know. It's all very weird. It's shifting tides right now for PlayStation and Xbox, and it's kind of hard to wrap my head around it or be able to predict where it's going to go. It's going to be interesting to see more of that Xbox, get some questions answered, like, okay, it plays PC games. Do you mean Steam games? Because that's what all my PC games are, right? What PlayStation 6 does look like. How can it possibly be exciting when it's going to cost close to $1,000 in all likelihood?
That could also be part of it when you point that out. PlayStation was working on, according to the reporting that I heard as well, that they were making a PlayStation store for the PC, and it's like, what would stop someone from just starting to buy their PlayStation games on Xbox? And that looks a little bit weird. And Sony's probably like, I don't want to do that. That feels bad. Let's just we'll stop doing that. Those games are on Steam and stuff, obviously, so it's like they're gonna be playable. But the PlayStation store on Xbox is something I think they were like, weird. We got all these other reasons not to do this. Let's just not do this.
Now, I know you said, like, we can kind of wait a couple years and then reassess. You think they're going to hold on to Nixies for that couple of years?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I bet so, because they probably will have enough projects to sort of justify that. Where I don't think they're going to start doing a bunch of older games and have Nixies do those, but any sort of a big live service game, maybe Nixies can support on making sure those are ready to go on PC after getting lead development on the PlayStation. So hopefully that's their niche. They're doing the Death Stranding 2 PC port right now. Hopefully they have work lined up after that, because we see how PlayStation's feeling when a studio can't get greenlighted by something at PlayStation. Speaking of which, you mentioned it. Marathon doing decent. 80,000 concurrents, right?
Right. Not a free game, so that's 80,000 people playing right now who have spent $40 to buy this game.
Yeah, I'll say that doesn't seem like it's going to be enough to justify the enormous cost of running Bungie between that and what Destiny is doing. So Bungie seems like it could be in trouble despite this. And this is not about like, Sony's astronomical projections. It's just that's like a studio like Bungie in Seattle with a lot of high paid developers. That's going to be tough to justify for a game that was almost certainly pitched to PlayStation, like as they were continuing to get funding from PlayStation to make that game, as this is something that can really just do monster numbers. It's going to be huge, 10, 11, 12 million copies sold.
I guess the question is, because that's Steam. Like, what is on the PlayStation side, right?
Yep,
like, what's happening there? Like, what? I mean, I guess what does the number have to be, right? And I guess maybe it's that hard question to answer.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the game would have to sell at least like 8 million copies pretty quickly, and it's
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that can't be your barometer for success.
I mean, but it's the barometer's not based on their hopes and dreams. It's based on like the game that Bungie said they were going to make, and it's that's rough stuff. Not that like that's all Bungie's fault. Like, Sony's a part of those decisions. PlayStation should have wised up to this a long time ago, but here we are. It takes a long time to make those games, even if maybe that pitch made sense at one point after Arc Raiders and years of people trying different extraction shooters, Call of Duty having its extraction mode for a while. It's like, oh, obviously that's just going to be a tougher nut to crack than Bungie thought.
And I don't know if there's anything to glean from this, but if you're curious, Arc Raiders does have 180,000 concurrent players now, right? So,
okay,
so there it is.
Yep, we'll see. I mean, the game seems to be finding an audience. If the audience can grow from the sort of large niche that it's found so far, this thing could work out. If the word of mouth builds up and they kind of go into the raid later this month and people can't stop talking about it, they can work with this start. This is not a disastrous start, but it's probably still not enough either. All right. Capcom news. Capcom did a showcase. We were busy. We were doing something way more important, turning Mike Minotti into a small child. And so we missed this Capcom.
You know what, Jeff? I came at you at the start of the show.
No, we get
it. It was a lot, but you really had my back with that, right?
I continued. I went to the Tomodachi subreddit. Even I'm looking in the history of people talking about it. Apparently, this is a pretty controversial thing. This the age-o-matic and the kid-o-matic. There's a lot of discussion, especially apparently there's a lot of discussion from the Tumblr days of Tomodachi life. A lot of strong opinions about this item. But it's hard to say. It's definitely some people are like, this stuff wears off after a very long time. And then some people are like, it's permanent. There's nothing you can do about it until you get the other item. Then you can use it. And exactly how getting those items works, I'm still not 100% sure. We're gonna have to wait and see. But anyhow, we missed the Capcom showcase because we were doing that important work. It's the Capcom showcases, and I think it's Sean that mentioned that these things are always just commercials. Usually don't get a lot of new announcements. There was one tidbit though. Capcom is moving up Pragmata's release date by a week. It was previously coming on April 24th. Now it's coming April 17th. So, yeah, that's 1 week earlier. And basically, what was that, 5 weeks away? That's fantastic because I want to play that game super bad.
Mm-hmm. When people do move a game up a week, what does that usually indicate? What does that mean?
I've never asked. I have no idea. I should ask around and be like, what happens there? I think we could just assume that they're looking at the calendar. The game is it's going to be done. It wouldn't be nice if we could move it up a week and get an extra week of sales during the quarter or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they're looking at other releases.
Yeah. And I guess it shows confidence or displays confidence in some way or another, right?
Right.
So,
I mean, it's been nothing but positive word of mouth about that demo on all the platforms. You and I both tried it on Switch too, and I think we reported happy things. So
great.
Yeah, yep,
it's great on there. Yeah.
That's 5 weeks. That means hopefully we get lucky and we're going to get a review code here pretty soon. We could be playing that here not too long from now, and I would really be thrilled about that. And then Resident Evil Requiem, the game of the moment. Game of the moment until Pocopia happened, and then it sold 5 million copies kind of instantaneously, making it the fastest selling Capcom game so far, or at least the fastest selling Resident Evil, I should say. Fastest selling Resident Evil game. It is likely going to surpass, I think it's Resident Evil 2 Remake. Is that their fastest one?
Best selling was maybe 2 Remake or 4 Remake. So Village took 5 months to sell this many copies, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So this game is just at a new pace.
Yep.
It will probably, unless something strange happens, it will be the best-selling Resident Evil game.
It all just kind of came together for them, right? They have been putting in the work to make Resident Evil feel like the most active franchise. Just like, if you want to play some games in this series and you want to feel like your time is well worth it because there's more to consume, and you can be assured that the time and money you spend playing and buying these games is going to be rewarded because we're going to keep releasing good ones in the future. They've accomplished all of that flying colors because people are excited about this series. This game showed up, good reviews, very good reviews, and it's getting rewarded. And it's that everything they've done has been the right decision to lead them to this moment. And Requiem very much feels like the right game at the right time to just capitalize on all of that. And I can't stop buzzing from how much I like that game, Mike.
Yeah, it's like the 4-quadrant Resident Evil game, right? It really kind of has all of it. It's got the beloved returning character with Leon Kennedy. It's got the scary stuff. It's got the action stuff. It's also just, very slick and pretty. It's got a ton of stuff going for it. So I'm not surprised that this is like the biggest breakout hit for a series that has had a ton of momentum since the release of 7, which has been some time now. Like the only stumbling block, aside from a couple of the like more multiplayer things that nobody even remembers or hold against them, was like 3 getting some flack. Even then, not much. It's mostly been all roses from Resident Evil. And, you know, some people are saying, like, we might get that Code Veronica remake
I believe
next year. And I'm ready for it. Like, yeah, give me that next year. Give me 0. Give me 10. Give me 5 remake. Give me... I just want more. Love my Resident Evil right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's... you know, like the part about the return of a beloved Resident Evil character, even that feels really well pulled off, because it's like he returned and does not steal the spotlight from the new character. He kind of puts her over. It's great. Like, she's coming out of this game. Everyone's like, I think I like Grace more, and it's like, that's not like Leon's not good. Leon's great. It's like Grace is fantastic, and it's like, oh, what is happening there is Leon's like section is fun and familiar, and then it makes you it's making the Grace parts even better. And it's like, that is exactly what you want from a situation like this, where you're trying to introduce new characters and make people care about that. They just nailed it across the board. Such good stuff.
They struggle to get like a new hero character to get over. They also had Lady Demonstraw do pretty well, but you know, right. But yeah, like Grace, new hero character who can return in future games and things like that. So you can make a ton of figurines and toys and put her in crossover things and whatnot. So they'll be milking that for a long time to come.
Yep. All right, that's the news stories I wanted to talk about. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the news stories and whatever else y'all want to talk about in the super chats right after this. All right, we're back with more Decides. Jeff Grubb, Mike Minotti. Mike, let's do those super chats.
You know, real quick.
Please.
Also, during the Capcom thing, they did show the 6 winners of the Mega Man Dual Destinies.
You won?
Dual Override. Excuse me, that's what it's called. Dual Destinies of Phoenix, I think. Dual Override, Robot Master Design. Now, the way this works is they picked 6 winners, and there was, like, voting. And now the developers will get to pick one from this, right? So they're like, and I get that, right?
Of course.
But Jeff, which of these do you like? And I've shared the picture in our chat here, because there's Cleanser Man, Sweeper Woman, Recycle Man, Cactus Man, Juggle Man, and Valve Man.
I am going to look it up so I don't ruin the overlay. All right, 6.
Oh, right.
Robot Master.
Wario 64's got it.
Okay. Dual. All right.
Okay, chat, let me know if you've looked, and if you have a favorite as well. I will share with you the link. I think.
Okay, let's see here. Let me take a close look. All right, I like that one. Kind of looks like that ramen girl from ARMS.
And remember, like, some people are like, why do they all have a big stretchy arm? Because they said in the contest thing, you need to make a character who has kind of a long suction arm. So that's why they all have that in common.
Okay. Ooh, I like Valve Man a lot. Let's see here. Cactus Man is really good as well.
Valve Man looks like a firefighter kind of design, everybody. And his big stretchy arms like a fire hose.
Okay, I think I am between Recycle Man and Valve Man. Although I like Cactus. I like all these. These are all really well done. The people who did this stuff, very talented.
Yeah. I like Valve Man the most. I bet they pick Recycle Man because he kind of looks the most like a normal Mega Man boss. And
yes.
And I think he's the one who adheres the most to what their design kind of was and maybe what they were expecting. So, you know, if they pick Valve Man, they're going to have to make a whole firefighter-themed level. Maybe they'll be down for that. If they do Recycle Man, they could, I don't know, they could maybe have a bit more freedom there.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Boy, am I hopeful that they just do the Valve Man, though, so they have to do a firefighter-themed level. That would be great.
That would be sweet, yeah. I mean, give me that instead of just, like, water level 205.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Like a whole, like, Burning City-themed level would be cool as hell.
That would be, that would be awesome. You could use the firefighter abilities to put out weird little fires in other stages so you can find secrets or something. Yeah. Oh, man,
I mean,
cool.
This guy in his concept art even drew what like a Met would look like in the level when he's a fire hydrant.
It's so good.
I mean, come on, let's go.
Yeah, this is excellent work.
Yeah, so that's neat. I bet we won't hear too much else about this game for a while now. They have to make it.
Yes.
But I am certainly happy to say, Vetman, my submission did not make it, I'm afraid.
It was number 7, though. We all know that.
I know. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. All right, super chats then. First up here from Big Fresh 37, does Marvel have any opinion or say about the Insomniac games being exclusive?
Yeah, they have some say in that they can say things to PlayStation, and PlayStation could be like, okay, like, what does that involve? Like, how does that break down? Like, we can have the conversation. I think that Sony's like, we are paying good money to you.
Yeah.
So we will have the final call here, the final say. And Marvel can sort of come back and be like, okay, well, maybe we'll give you a discount, or we'll give you a better cut if you put it on these other platforms or something like that. It will be a bargaining chip, likely, and not one that will be pried from PlayStation's hands loosely. They would probably want to hold on to that.
I bet Marvel doesn't care that much.
I bet for the most part they have not seemed to be too precious about it to this point. I could imagine, new leadership at all kinds of places happens all the time. Things change. The MLB thing eventually just broke, and MLB's like, well, you got to do this. I don't think Marvel and Disney are going to do that exactly, but I bet it'll come up in conversation frequently.
Lex Luddy says, out here discoursing over review embargoes like 2016.
Yeah. Oh, right. Have you seen this?
No, I missed the discourse. What happened now?
Right. So this is not the Crimson Desert one. This is the Marathon one. So in the review embargo, they're like, hey, maybe it would be a good idea to hold on to your review until later this month when we have a chance to launch all of the content and the raid and everything. I don't know if that's the exact sort of metric that they're using, but basically they're just like, we think it'd be a good idea if you did that. And people are like, how dare you? And it's like, it's just a recommendation. No one has to, really what they're saying is review it however you want. This is what we think. This is what we would do if we were you. And of course they have their best case or their best interest in mind. I think that a lot of people are just going to review this game right now as is.
Yeah, well, people want to review them as quickly as possible.
That's right.
Reviewing live service games, always weird anyways. Like for MMOs, you should review an expansion at the end of it. But of course, no one's going to do that, right? Of course, it's going to get reviewed in that first week with, that launch content. So that's what the review is, which again is such a small fraction of what that experience actually is. So, it's always strange with these kind of things.
Yep.
Aside from Saskatchewan says, Jeff, why doesn't Mike read the manuals for his game? Does he think he's better than them, or is he too cool to read? Example, L1 button does nothing. I could suss it out myself. You know what? I should have for Virtuoso. I should have
for the
done
Blight
that
Club games. That's a rule we're gonna have to remember, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Look, when I wasn't being forced to play the game, I didn't want to in my free time look up the manual. And now I should have said stop during actual Blight Club time. I'm gonna go look at the manual now.
Yep.
I think I'm okay. When I actually have a physical game, I will do it. I think when it's I have to go to the Internet Archive or something, I kind of forget.
Right. Yeah. The back of the box is where I first saw. As everything was kind of breaking down, I was looking for a definitive answer. It's 8 levels or more. It said on the back of the box. It's
8 levels or more. All right. Next up is Simon again says, hope Dan gets a Power Region SNES game. Many options. I'm not going to give away any more hints because he might be getting an SNES game, might be getting a GBA game. Probably tonight I'm going to be trying both of them so I can make my decision here. So stay tuned, everybody.
Ooh, I'm excited.
And then Simon says, Mike, do you remember TNG Sub Roast episode? Just wow. This is the episode where the Dr. Beverly Crusher falls in love with the ghost of her grandma's lover from the planet New Ireland.
I'm in love with your dead grandma's lover?
Yeah, I think it's actually the only episode of TNG I've never finished. I think
sweet.
I bet now I would actually find it so bad I wouldn't do it, but it was always a real rough and stupid episode. You can't imagine. Let's see. Next one is from Missouri. Matt says, not a Buffett song. Carry On, Wayward Son by Kansas. I like that song. I like
do
that
too.
song a lot, and I like doing that one a lot in one of the rock bands. I forget which one it was in. Maybe it was Guitar Hero.
It might be the first Guitar Hero, I think. I think it might be the
I don't
first
think it's
one.
the first.
Okay.
I don't think it's the first. I remember the first one's track list pretty well.
More Than the Feeling is the one that my family played all over and over again in the first Guitar Hero.
Yeah, first Guitar, more Than a Feeling, Take Me Out, Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
God, what was there was an Ozzy song. No, I can't remember. Yeah, good stuff. Next up is from Jason Finelli, who says, My wife and her friend are in Disney and did all 4 parks in one day.
Wow.
30K steps. Have either of you ever done that? I don't think I've ever been in all 4 of the Disney World parks in one day.
Yep, no way.
Gosh, I mean, you're just losing so much time traveling between the parks that could be spent in parks at this point. I'm not going to say that they were doing it as a gimmick, but you do it as a little bit of a gimmick. You do it to say that you did it. Although I guess I'm curious what they were up to. Like if they did that organically, or I assume they're like, wouldn't it be fun to try to do all 4 parks in one day?
Have her, if she can spare the time, write in with her experience to the 90s Disney podcast. So all the Minotti boys can discuss it. I would be curious to hear their assessment of her like recounting that.
So right. So it's her only day there, and I get that. But if somebody came to me and said, I have one day, should I do all 4 parks or I should just pick a park? I would say I would either pick a park or maybe do 2. But 4 parks in one day, that's impressive. It's a lot. All right. Next up here is from Zombie Porn. After what Grubb did to Mike during Bike Club, Mike should choose Grubb's next bike game. Make it one that requires Jeff to remember. Sounds like the Ripcord game would be bad for you too.
It would absolutely be bad for me. Okay, Mike, I want, like, I'm not sure like how interested you are in like punishment, because it's like
oh, you know I'm not. You know,
I know you're not. That's why
I'm over it.
I haven't exactly. You get over it so fast. It's like I don't even bring it up to you. Now, I think it would be good for the show if there was some punishment. The only things I can think of are like, oh, Dan gets an extra Blight Club game and I get an extra Lightning Round game since I'm a little bit less guilty. But that would be that'd be like, oh, it'd kind of like be a long time before Mikey plays again, and that wouldn't be great for the show. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
I'm just like, again, it's fine. I know it's fine to you, but like, I think there's expectations from the audience that you take it somewhat seriously, and because look, it was an egregious violation of Lightning Round rules.
It was pretty rough.
It's egregious.
Nowhere close.
I think that there should.
Close.
I don't think it should just be like Mike gets his revenge by picking a bad game. That's the show. Like, this is a game you could give to him at any point.
Well,
the rules were so violated. I do think we should have some sort of punishment.
Well, yeah, because the punch might be that the game I give him for the Lightning Round may also take him a while, right? That might be it.
If that's the case, I think it's probably going to be fine. Yeah.
And you, for you, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just want I want Dan to give me some room to pick your game, I suppose.
That's
the
fair.
Next one, which I definitely have a game for the next actual Blight Club's rotation that I either want you or Dan to do. I think it might be better for Dan. I don't know, but maybe giving it to you would be fun too. We'll see. All right. Next up here is from the Grey Goblin, who says, Grubb's quick look of America would just be that Peacemaker scene where Peacemaker's running from clan members.
Oh, right.
I never saw Peacemaker.
It's a fun show. I like it quite a bit.
Eat Your Vegeta says, what were you on about with that Last Jedi vid? Oh, you guys just don't get it. You guys just don't. You guys are walking into a brother dynamic again that has existed for 40 years.
I love you're like, that was not his first time watching the trailer. It's just, okay. I get it. I understand what's happening.
Nintendo says, how is it that the U.S. government is the only entity that can fuck with the Pokemon company's IP without getting sued? Because the Pokemon company didn't want to raise a ruckus about it.
Right. You don't want to draw. You don't want to draw a target on. Like, that's what's happening. Is like, you could get targeted very specifically by tariffs. You could get targeted very specifically by a hate machine that has fueled all of this. And it's like, that's what the machine is best at, is picking a target and getting angry at it, and then they work themselves into a shoot where they're like, oh, this Japanese company really is the devil. Something needs to be done about it, and there's no rational response to dealing with that. So everyone kind of Yeah, they could be very obsequious about these sort of things. So it's very frustrating, and that's the big problem we have. It's like this is fascism at the very least is the elites standing back and letting the fascists do what they want. Now, a lot of the elites have thrown their hat in there and have joined the side of that. We've seen that at the inauguration and stuff like that. But you kind of want one of these companies to begin like signaling to the other companies that it's time to stand up again. And even the Pokemon company that is famous for doing that won't do it. It's a bad sign.
Alrighty then. The next one is from Whopper Dude. Funny subject here. Have you guys had the big arch from McDonald's yet? No, I mean the only thing I know. I mean, so this is a new burger. Have you seen this stuff with the McDonald's CEO? Like, took a little. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat our new sandwich." Oh, he took like the baby bite of it. And
are they having? I heard about the CEOs are having a burger war or something like that.
This is what started it.
I'm still. I remember the days of the spicy chicken sandwich war. That was a few years ago.
Yes.
Now they're starting up this burger war. So he just took a baby bite, and it was kind of like pathetic. And now the other CEOs are like,
it's like clearly like. This guy does not want to eat McDonald's. Was the vibe, right?
They put like Jeff Bakalar as the CEO of McDonald's,
right? So then it was like like the Burger King guy's like, I'm gonna eat Burger King, and I'm like, oh yeah, you could tell. And the guy also like does happen to look more like a normal dude than the McDonald's CEO. So there's that too. So like Wendy's got it. All the other burger chains are just kind of dunking on McDonald's right now. But no, I have not had the big arch. It just looks like another variation of a quarter pounder. I don't know what makes it different. It has a special sauce.
It's a new large scale premium burger. Okay. So it's just a big burger.
It's a big burger.
It's a double quarter pounder with white cheddar and a different sauce.
I mean, I know how much these sandwiches cost these days, but just seeing it written out in black and white on my computer screen, $9.19 for this burger.
Wow, you got it easy, dog. It's $10.50 here for just the burger.
Man. I went to Taco Bell, and I know it was like a bigger order, but you know, it was like 3 items. It was 3 items and a drink, and that used to get
Taco
that
Bell?
for nothing at Taco Bell. Over $20.
Yeah.
I was like, it was actually the most, man, times have changed moment I've had in a while there. Jesus.
I'm at a point where it's like, I'm pretty sure I remember filling up my gas tank when I was a kid at 16, 17 for like 99 cents. I'm like, I think it was 2 digits. And that makes me feel so old because that's just a completely different planet. And I'm having the same feeling about this stuff as well. What was
shoveling dinosaurs into his car?
Exactly. Yeah, I just crushed them up myself. What was the other older McDonald's burger? It was like Arch Deluxe. Was that it?
That sounds familiar. I don't know.
I remember being like, oh man, I remember marketing really getting. Yeah, it was Arch Deluxe. The marketing really got me with that one. I love the Arch Deluxe. I couldn't tell you what it tasted like.
I just remember when Hercules came out, there was a promotion with McDonald's, and they had a quadruple burger release with it, and that was at a time when I could just eat.
Yeah,
I was like 12.
Yes,
and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. And I remember like telling Mom I want to get another Hercules quadruple burger, and she said no. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry still, and I get it now.
Yep,
I get it. All right, next up here, Adam L M6Q says, when are we going to get a Who Arouses Intense Foil Undulation episode? It's about my foil.
What? Any minute now.
What? Oh, waifus.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, waifu. I was like coming to check the acronym to see if it was anything. Yep, that makes sense.
We did a waifu episode way back when on Nintendogs.
And we just did another one with the Pokemon draft.
Yeah, we were tricked into it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I lost that. I'm mad. God, the indignities I suffered.
What was the straw poll was closer than I was expecting. I think you won, but it was much closer. So it's
Mike won by like 4 votes.
Oh my God.
In the straw poll?
Yes.
That's
People
crazy.
Really like Cynthia, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I get it. Yours seemed pretty good.
A lot of people who vote in the straw poll still know the thing about voting against me.
I know, but like you would, I know, but it's like clearly it's not just that. Like it was closer than I was expecting after our conversation about it.
It's heroic that I was able to win in the face of so much adversity. Michael R. O'Leary says, new Disney puts guns in Fortnite. Hoppers, Lizard. Oh, okay. I want to see Hoppers. Is that this weekend that comes out?
I'm checking right now because I was like, which one is this?
So looks like it.
Hoppers
is like it's like Avatar, but she's going inside of a little what do you call those things?
Beaver?
Beavers. Yeah. It's a new
Okay.
Pixar movie.
I was like, because I'm looking at this poster, and that's all I've seen so far. And you start talking about it's like Avatar. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I kind of see him standing on a weird like teleportation
right,
thing
so it's
or something.
Human. Yeah, a human puts her. I think they even have a joke in the trailer. The character's like, "Oh, it's like Avatar," and the scientist is like, "Shut up! It's nothing like Avatar." So,
Got it.
I want to see this movie.
Sure, yeah.
I hope it's a hit, just because I'm worried about Pixar and the amount of the sequels, right?
Yes.
Because the one after this is Toy Story 5, which will surely make more money than this. Of course.
Oh, this is from one of the people, or maybe the person who did the We Bear Bears show on Cartoon Network that my kids were really into. So cool. All right. I'll check that out.
Lazewolf says, listen to Mike talk about Resident Evil 9 on the Bombcast today. I'm glad he was less satisfied after beating it.
Oh, wow. You beat it.
Oh, you beat it. Jackalope says, loving all the premium content over at Giant Bomb.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work. Thank you. The Marry Me Tomodachi we did today was incredible. It was just wild.
Good time.
Anyone else notice that Resident Evil 9's Victor Gideon looks a lot like Phil Hellmuth? The World Series of Poker guy.
Yeah, the World Series of Poker guy. I see it. I see what you mean. He kind of has the same mannerisms as well, like kind of storming off the way Phil Hellmuth does. So yeah, for sure.
And also, Jackalope, thank you for sending out 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you.
To the Game Mess channel here on YouTube. Appreciate that. Thank you.
There you go. Some new green names in chat.
And Andresser, I'm so bad at that. Andresser 305 Miami says, hello. Also, my dog is 17 years recently. It's been really rough. I want to thank you for being a source of happiness in these rough days. R.I.P. Kimmy. Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, that's devastating.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know how that is. I'm still kind of trying to process losing Penny, and that was 13 years. So I know that's a pretty big hole there.
Yep.
So
yeah, we still have our Nico still comes up on our photo album thing constantly, and it's like every time me and Steph are just both like, we're so devastated still.
It's just
my dog died like 4 years ago, and I even gave away the dog house, and I see that corner where the dog house used to be, and it still gets sad. So it's a whole
exactly.
thing. I'm so in like such a, because it was just my routine forever. Like after work today, like after we did Tomodachi, there was a part it's like I should take Penny out. Right? It's like since it's constantly like so yeah, it takes a while. Also, condolences to CM Punk, whose dead dog is in WWE 2K26. So go watch the quick look if you want to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see what you're talking about. I gotta be honest there.
I'm still trying to figure that game out. The people who like those games seem to like this one, and I'm just like, the wrestling is mind-numbing. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Andrew, so thank you again. Yep. We here you go. Here's all the heart hands I can send you. G Nitro says, I'm already wary of a new Xbox console. If they start bloviating about all the AI trash features that we'll have, I'm out, which we know will happen. Yeah, I'm almost like, part of me wonders how long they can go without doing that. Because again, like the parent company loves AI. So even if there are people at Xbox that are kind of aware and pushing back, be like, look, the audience we're courting here doesn't like AI.
Right.
Like, one, how long can that hold on for? And two, at what point is Papa's Xbox or Microsoft going to be like, then why are we in a field that hates AI if that is our big focus right now? Right?
Yeah, yes. So that's you're right. That's what he would say. It's not like, how can we make it make sense? He would just be like, then why are we wasting our time here? God, that's not too far off the mark, I think. Yeah, I that stuff certainly is going to start showing up again. They have just crammed it into everything. I know everyone knows that, but I'm always surprised every time I see it in a new space. There was like a new one. I can't remember what it was. It just made my eyes glaze over, and I sort of like fell backwards. It's like, what is it doing here? But yep, they'll cram it in some way.
All right. Next up is from Tafree Man. It says, how will Xbox Ultimate Pass be affected by the new console?
Wait, what the hell?
Oh,
that's so strange. You're not going to need gold anymore to play online, right? On this Xbox that's a PC? Like 100% you're going to be able to turn this thing on, install at least the Epic Game Store, but probably also Steam, And you're not going to have to pay Microsoft to play online games on Steam, right?
I mean, how could they?
How could they?
I mean, maybe they're coming up with exciting new ways to make that happen, but I mean, that's weird.
Listen, a long time ago, I said like that is on their roadmap, and to get rid of Xbox Live Gold is a subscription. Although at that time, I was also pointing out they were going to get rid of the barrier for free to play games because they had not done that at that point. And that's certainly happening soon, and then they'll kind of get to a point eventually where that is they get rid of gold as well. And it's like that changed. I must have changed a million times over the years, and now it looks like this because that's really weird. So how does Ultimate make sense? Because like a big part of propping up that price is not the games; it is you get to play Call of Duty on our console online. That's strange. It's interesting. I don't know how it's going to affect it. They're going to have to come up with a bunch of other bullshit ways to keep that price high.
Regis Philbin with a B says Xbox, more like X sucks. Am I right, fellas?
Regis.
I can't say that in his voice, but I sure did read it in his voice.
Yeah, I know. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, cool. His accent's kind of just like New York, right? Just a light New York.
I guess so. There's like something special there, though.
Oh, for sure. Right. He puts a lot of extra sauce on top, and he's always yelling like that, like talk yell,
sure,
which is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we need an answer here.
Yeah, we need an answer. Yeah, God, I wish I could do it.
Mm-hmm. Pokey says, can't wait to watch Mike stream his Pocopi Ness. I get it. Oh, geez.
I'm excited. You haven't started, right? You're going to start it on stream?
Yeah, I'm going to push the start button on stream. Have not played a moment of this game. I haven't even downloaded this game yet, but people are playing it. People seem to be
playing
it quite a bit. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Well, you'll have to talk about that later in this segment where we talk about such things.
I will. I'll just say the trailer didn't do it justice, like just how much this fucker uses his head to knock stuff out of trees. He's just, it says headbutt when you're next to a tree, and then you press the button, and he headbutts a tree, and I'm just like, oh, I like this game. That's stupid.
It's a Pokemon move.
Yep.
Yeah. These pitches, Love Sosa says, Sony games this gen have been boring to me, except Returnal, and I stopped wanting to buy them on PS5 once I got a 5080. Now I might skip Saros entirely. Yeah, it seems like Saros is a sticking... like that seems like the game that a lot of the PC players who don't have a PlayStation were looking forward to, more so than a Wolverine even, really, right? Because there is something about Saros and even Returnal that's kind of PC gaming code.
Yeah, it's from a studio that had like their game before they got acquired by PlayStation was like that Nex Machina game that was an excellent arcade style shooter, tool stick shooter for PC and for other platforms as well. But I remember most people were talking about it on PC. They have a history there. Now they have a history with PlayStation and like Super Stardust HD and all that stuff. But yeah, their games just make a lot of sense on a bunch of different platforms, and especially PC. Saros is a sticking point. I wish that was coming to PC.
Me too. Rames C. Vincent says, if Capcom chooses Recycle Man, they could build this level out of old levels from previous games. Man,
wow, could you tell that Raimi's a developer?
That's great. That'd be so funny if like it was just they just did Blockman stage for Mega Man 11 again. And you fight Recycle Man.
Oh, that's very clever.
All right. The Lazy Stegosaurus is starting a GLP-1 Monday. What should my last big boy meal be this weekend? I say you go to Arby's and you just go to town. Get beef and cheddar and mod sticks.
I was talking to Mike about this, where Mike was doing that pre-bombcast burrito, and he was like, I've never not finished a burrito. And I'm like, yeah, that used to be me. And now since I've had GLP-1, I've not been able to finish a burrito. So go eat one last full burrito and enjoy those 6 minutes of silence with your burrito alone. It's time to say goodbye to it.
That boy Jerry says, is it Space Ace? You can tell us. We'll keep quiet.
What is that? Isn't that that's not on Super Nintendo, right?
That's it's Don Bluth. So I played Space Ace recently for Mega Man. I don't know if there's a 16-bit version or a Game Boy Advance version. There is an NES version of Dragon's Lair, so maybe
there could be a Game Boy Advance version. I could see that. They put all kinds of weird shit on the Game Boy Advance. Wasn't there a Game Boy Advance version
of Dragon's Lair or Game Boy Color version of Dragon's Lair that's actually that game?
Isn't it? Yeah, I think it might be Game Boy Color.
Right. So, okay, that boy Jerry says there's an SNES version. If it's SNES, it's definitely not the arcade game. They just probably turned it into a bad side scroller like they did with Dragon's Lair.
Okay. All right. I mean, Well, I'm gonna add
would maybe be a fun one.
I'm gonna add it to my list of bad games. I'll check back in on it.
Okay. So no, it's not Space Ace. But
I was lost for a second. Okay, cool.
Titillating Pixel says, I bought Marathon for $40 and 2 burritos for $40 a day. For what it's worth, I enjoyed Marathon more. Yeah, does the increasing price of food make video games seem like a better deal, I suppose?
It probably does a little bit. I have heard this argument come up a little bit more frequently of like, that's 3 meals at McDonald's. And it's like, okay, when you start putting it like that, maybe it makes more sense.
Next up here is Banjo-Kazooie. Happy Thursday, Beef and Cheddar Boys. What type of exclusive, PC or Xbox, would Xbox have to have in order for people to buy their Helix? I don't think it's Halo. Maybe new IP. See, I think it's Halo. I think that it actually just going to just kind of line up this time. Now, Halo's supposed to launch with the Xbox Series X, and then it got delayed a year because it looked bad. But I bet they once again would really like it if a Halo launched with this thing. And I know there's so many people like, wow, Halo's done. I don't think it takes much for Halo to be back, right?
Yeah, I think it's not one of those situations where it would be impossible, and things wouldn't even have to line up all that much. I think things have kind of already lined up. If a new awesome Halo came out this holiday, I think people would be lining up for it. They'd be like, this feels fresh and like a relief from all this other stuff.
Well, we're already getting the campaign evolved, right?
I know we are getting something. I just mean like, you know what I mean? The next new Halo.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that itself can maybe start, making people forget, even though I think that isn't going to be some huge thing, right? People don't seem too excited about that. But
you know what? Perfect Dark. If that was exclusive, boy, people would be excited about that.
I wonder if like that's something to see. Well, imagine the CEO is like, I'm uncanceling that. It's probably too much time removed to get those balls rolling again.
Too far removed.
Yeah, that's still the one that really, really chuffs my chaff. That's not an expression, but I said it anyways. I was really pissed when they canceled that game. Zombie Porn says, what are your plans for GDC? I did see the graphics that 2013 Jeff Grubb is on a panel with, but is all of Giant Bomb going there? You're going there. Jan's going there. I think you're gonna be hanging out with Nikki while you're there.
Yep, that's it. It's us. We're gonna. I'm basically just going because I had the panel, and then I'm like, well, since I'm going, I'll spend a couple extra days there doing some GDC stuff. I haven't been to GDC since before Emmy was born. That's mostly why I had kids, to have an excuse not to go to GDC.
Right, I remember because it was like I always hated GDC. At least I'll get to hang out with you. Then you stopped going, and I hated GDC even more. God.
Yep. So yeah, it's been a minute. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good. But yeah, it'll be me and Jan making some stuff, and then hopefully I'll get a lot of chance to hang out with Nikki. That'll be great.
The one thing I did really like about GDC is going to postmortems or panels. Like some of the panels would be really good, and I went to really cool postmortems on Diablo 1 and Miss Pac-Man, NBA Jam, Nier Automata, Ultima Online, like just like seeing, oh my god, it's freaking Richard Garriott, right?
Yep.
So
I did it for Bayonetta 2. Platinum coming out there and talking how they make their games like mixtapes. They're like, you start high, then you go higher, then the next level's got to kind of be a come down. It's like, oh man, this is cool.
Yeah, so I would see if there's any cool ones happening. There's an audio postmortem from Clear Obscure, sure, why not? But yeah, especially if there's any classic game ones. Even Road to, I think I even saw a really cool one for Breath of the Wild at the time. I was like, whoa! And they're like, they showed that weird 8-bit kind of prototype that they had of it. How cool that looked. So yeah, there are definitely cool talks to visit there for sure. All right, next one is from the Zeus Laser. You guys have swayed me to socialism. Sadly, can no longer do Giant Bomb Premium on behalf of proletarian crappy video game content is a human right.
Understood.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, all of us have to make sacrifices. I get it. Yeah. I look, you got to do what you got to do, but Giant Bomb Premium is still socialism.
And Dresser is back, says not hype for any new Xbox unless they made a new Virtuoso just as shitty, and Mike has to play it. Then I would buy it. Props to Mike for beating it. Boy, there's one franchise we do not have to worry about coming back, huh?
No, I do. I wonder if there's even like a chance that that is one that could get the RZ treatment. I don't think so. I don't think it has enough. People are not aware enough of it to like give it that sort of thing.
There's not even infamy like the Zelda CDI games and Mortal Kombat anthologies have infamy. There's no infamy with this game.
Yeah, I mean a little bit more now.
We've given it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we did it. G Nitro says, almost forgot. Happy 305 day, Dale.
Dale, that's right.
Dale. I was about to say, I don't know what Chip and Dale have to do with it.
Miami. He says 305 because it's the Miami
area
code, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think that's because
I was like, it's not the 305th day of the year. I get it now. I just looked at the calendar. Okay.
It's 305, baby.
Kieran Smith says Hitman's latest target is Mila Jovovich, and it's called Patient Zero Requiem. Okay,
I get
that's
it.
shameless, but hey, why not?
That's okay. Fun. I did boot up some Hitman. It's still running kind of the same on Switch too, but the cross save stuff is good.
Mitt McGregor sends super chat, no message. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Tony Morales says, house cleaning update, Thor update. Thanks. Yeah,
I won't answer if you don't answer. We don't have to answer.
I got most of my house done.
Shit.
There's some clothes I need to put away. The office is still unorganized, but the living room and kitchen are in pretty decent shape now. So and the tree's down. I'm no longer depressed about it. So there's that.
Look, man.
How about the ants, Thor?
I don't know.
Don't ever send this motherfucker shit. He always loses it.
I know. I know where the CDI is. The CDI is right there.
You better. That's coming back with me when I'm over there.
No, you don't touch it. I'll give you Devil's Third. All right, you get Devil's Third.
Don't give any of it to Dan. I'm telling you that.
Oh, absolutely not. Of course not.
Yeah. He's not even buying that Rhino anymore. I don't respect him.
I know, right? It's hard to respect him. Steph was like, he's got to buy it. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Remember the Playdate? He broke that shit and then
I know I broke it. It broke from me using it as a gaming device. All right, the crank got all uncranked. Then I did.
You fucking crank it all the time.
Then
you don't know you have that dead grip, motherfucker, and you don't know how to control your strength.
Christian, I'd like to apologize. I lost the play date in my move from Colorado to Ohio.
Oh my God.
I have another one though.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You have to promise you'll tell me if you buy a second Thor.
Oh, I'm not. I won't do. It's around here somewhere. I just need to like.
Okay.
Yes, I need to just really.
At some point, I still need to come over there so we can do some stuff one weekend.
I was
this weekend.
Yes,
I'm gonna help you. I'll find it.
Okay. Yes, and I was thinking not this weekend, but next weekend is
right. Yeah, that might be a good time.
Yes.
To do that.
Okay. Cool.
And then to soothing bath says, I wish I could take a soothing bath. It'd be amazing. A good Halo unironically carries a new Xbox. Yeah. Look. Halo is still so tied to Xbox. There's plenty of people nostalgic about Halo. Do you think at some point here, some people are gonna be like, Halo Infinite wasn't that bad? That turn's gonna happen at some point, right? People still seem mad about it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because at a certain point, you stop expecting new content, so then you just assess it on what's there, and what's there is a lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun game, and that's how I always felt. I do think more and more people will kind of wake up to that over time.
Next up here is from Brendy. It says, download speeds on MyRant are almost back to normal. Can a few more of you pause your downloads so I can get all 4 discs of Fear Effect 2, please? PNS. So there you go.
Let me take a look and see how I'm doing. Are they back? Oh, wait, did I pause this? Oh, man. Okay, let me start it up again. Yeah, I definitely noticed speeds improving. I am mostly at this point trying to get all those fan translation collections because it's just so convenient to have all of those in one place.
Yeah.
So I'm getting that for I got it like the Wii, Dreamcast, Super Famicom, GameCube, 64 DD, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, the SDSi, 3DS, and then the Mega CD. Oh, and the Virtual Boy. So all of like the T-EN, the translated to English by fans. Yeah, I'm getting all of those because it's like I will probably be able to find all the commercial games released in the U.S. one way or the other. It's these things that like this site did a really good job of collating from other places that I always found very useful. So, yep, looking pretty good.
How big do you think it is? The entire thing.
The entire MyRant. I think I heard a term. Yes. I think I heard this week it's 360 terabytes for everything.
Jesus.
I was like, at first I was like, can't be that much. And I'm like, oh, okay, that would be a lot.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Boy, those Fear Effect games still look really, really good. All of those PlayStation 1 games that had the kind of like, it's like where the faces are actually textures so that they can be as expressive as needed. Like Mega Man Legends did the same thing. And those kind of games, those PS1 games still look amazing.
Yep.
It's such a good look. And then Magnus the Corgi says, have you heard anything about that Venom game?
No.
I heard about the 18 inches of Venom. But
right.
Other than that,
I think the last time I asked about it, it was like, look, they need to get through Wolverine, and then there might be more answers about that. So I don't know what that means, and that was not from Insomniac. So I just would not. I think that is like everyone around them's kind of waiting for them to like let them know what's going on. I bet Insomniac will get back to that Venom game though. It just like all those games have made so much money. I guess maybe it depends on the contract with Marvel or whatever, but I bet Venom would do very well.
Right. I mean, Miles Morales was so good, right?
Yep.
And that was a huge help for the PS5 launch, I think, too, right? Having that there. Man, PS5 had a pretty good launch, actually.
Yeah.
Right? It was the most excited I have been for the PlayStation 5 was that launch.
Yep, absolutely.
When I had, like, Demon Souls and Miles Morales, even even though Sackboy wasn't great, messing around with it was fun.
Yeah, Sackboy's a solid sort of Mario 3D world, like.
Okay, and then I think we had one more coming here from Antonio Morales. When's the next QA, Grubb?
Yeah, good question. I can't do it this weekend. I got to get ready because I leave early Sunday morning, and that's daylight saving time. So I'm going to be screwed on Sunday. Probably not the weekend after that because I'm thinking about doing this thing with Mike, although maybe we could do it together. Probably the weekend after that. So that's Sunday morning, 2 Sundays from now, 3 Sundays from now, is probably what I'm going to aim for. So just mark your calendars and pencil it in.
Alrighty, and then that's it. We're good.
All right, great. So let's take another break. We'll come back, and it's time to bring out the hat. That's right. There it is, everybody. He's got it. Hat. Okay, Mike, I'm gonna need you to get that hat out. Oh, he's already got it,
baby. I got the hat.
All right, what do we have?
This is the hat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Aside from everybody, I have in here words or phrases written on pieces of paper that can fit into the sentence. What is the greatest blank of all time?
The hat of decision is what we've always called it.
That's always and forever. So I'm gonna shake it up real good. Some of these I put in here. Some
before
of these
you start, Chef, you have the list.
I mean, don't you just do it? Don't you do it in the doc?
I
Christian?
do that.
Okay, Mike does it in the doc. Okay, so I'm like, I've never done it. All right, cool.
I do it.
I got it.
All right.
All right, first one here. Let's see. Most of them are gaming related. Some of them aren't. Oh, okay. What is the best SNES soundtrack of all time?
Ooh, I like Yoshi's Island a lot. That was always
Island is good. It's always kind of jumpy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved leaving on the attract mode screen because it would start off with like just the like drums, and then it would add, or maybe it would just start off like just the flute, and then it would add the drums, and it would add all kinds of other instruments, and then if you let it running for 10 minutes, eventually it's just this whole cacophony of instruments, and it was so cool sounding. And then the rest of the game it's just like they knew what they were doing with the Super Nintendo sound chip at that point.
There's a few heavy hitters for me here. Donkey Kong Country 2.
Yeah,
even more than Donkey Kong Country 1. Donkey Kong
great.
Country 2. Incredible soundtrack. Tons of good stuff there. Mega Man X1. Insanely good. Ripping and roaring. And then 2 of the JRPGs. Final Fantasy 6 and Chrono Trigger.
Of course. Yes.
Insanely good. Catchy sound. Honestly, I think it's between those two, because there's part of it is just like being in JRPG. There's a lot of music in it, and there's just so much good music. And Final Fantasy 6, it was this whole kind of like every character has a theme, and there's just a ton of music.
Yeah.
And
it's
the guy,
fantastic.
Uematsu was going so hard on it, and he took a lot of pride in it. So, gosh.
I would also throw out Super Metroid.
Yeah,
Super Metroid has incredible music. I would lean towards Chrono Trigger. It's a soundtrack I put on, even if it's a game I've not finished ever. I've played it. I've honestly only kind of played the beginning a little bit, but the soundtrack is fantastic. The game is fantastic. I just have not spent the time on it. So yeah, I would lean towards Chrono Trigger, but if you want to do Final Fantasy VI, I am not going to argue that because I also love that soundtrack.
This would make Final Fantasy VI a 3-time winner of the hat already.
I mean, the first hat, we can call it a hat trick, Mike. There you go.
Oh my God, the first hat trick. But it might be. Yes, I think it has to be Final Fantasy VI. Actually, it's. I wanted to give it to Chrono Trigger. It's good, but Final Fantasy VI has so much ridiculously good music. Terrorist theme and Clock's theme,
the opera,
the freaking opera, Dancing Mad.
That's what kind of sells it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, Searching for Friends. God, just so much good stuff. So yeah, it actually still has to go to Final Fantasy VI. So there you go.
Also, F-Zero, good soundtrack there,
good.
even if it has a better soundtrack than its later entries in that series.
Mm-hmm. All right, next. All right, let's get the hat shaken up. There we go. Good stuff here. All right, I'll go really deep on this one. I'm going to go to the bottom of the hat, see what's hiding down there, picking it out. Oh, man, another pretty traditional one here. What's the best NES game of all time?
Okay. So the ones that come to mind for me first are obviously Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3. I love Super Mario Brothers 2, but it doesn't feel like it's the kind of game that wins these conversations anymore, kind of ever. And then Punch-Out. And then I love the original Legend of Zelda, but I know a lot of people just once Link to the Past happened, they're like, that's what Zelda should be, and I understand that conversation. So I kind of think it diminishes Zelda in some people's eyes. I would also probably just put Punch-Out or Super Mario Brothers 3 above that anyhow.
Yeah, like I like Zelda 1 a lot for sure, but Metroid 1 and Zelda 1, I'm kind of like, oh, those 60-bit ones. Whereas with the Marios, I think I don't know. I don't want to say hold up because I yell about that, but I've always liked the NES Marios more. You know how I am with my Mega Mans, Jeff. Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3, very strong contenders for me. Mega Man 3, my favorite game of all time. But this is a decision between the two of us, so maybe it should be a game both of us feel strongly about.
I think it's very easy just to make this one Super Mario Brothers 3. Is it okay just to pick the obvious? Because I don't know, that feels like that would be the biggest Venn diagram.
I have some, I don't know if issues are the word with Super Mario 3.
Okay.
Is it a little weird to say, I don't think Super Mario 3's vibes are the best in the series? Is that crazy?
No, it's not crazy, because Jacob Geller was saying he thinks it's an ugly game recently. I heard him saying this, and it's, I get it. I love it. I love the way it looks.
Sean is not happy with me.
He says he's got to get it to the stores for all the other ways he's going to yell at us. Look, I'll just say I understand. I don't agree, but I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. In that case, I don't feel like giving it to Mega Man 2, Mike, because I just don't get it the way you do.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I gotta still work on you with that.
Yeah.
I could give it to Punch-Out.
I mean, Punch-Out's, yeah, that I think that is the game that has, like, one of the earliest games that holds up perfectly. Like, it has not lost a step since the day it came out.
It's great then.
Yeah,
great now.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it deserves credit for that. Let's do Punch-Out.
Let's make it Punch-Out. Although, how do you feel about DuckTales?
Oh, I like DuckTales a lot. I would put like Tiny Toon Adventures over it though and stuff like that.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't. Okay. Well, you already hurt me. You don't have to say that. Sean said this is a bad show. All right. Making all sorts of friends here. Let's go. This is called compromise, everybody. I'm not just gonna strong arm my favorites in all the time. I'm a partner. All right. Who we got here? It was sticking. Didn't want to go. What is the best? Man, but a lot of traditional gaming ones here. What is the best controller of all time?
At this point in time, I think I would say one of the Xbox controllers actually. Because they have defaulted themselves to the point where I pick up an Xbox Series X controller, an Xbox One controller, and it's like, yeah. This is what a controller should be and should it feel like. Now, best is kind of hanging me up there. It's like, that's the one I like to use.
What?
It's like what's the one that like the best feels like it needs to be a standout.
But remember, this is technically the greatest controller of all time, I guess. Or what's the greatest controller of all time? Which like, it's hard because I'll tell you what. If I want to use a controller for something, it is my Xbox Series X controller. I've been using this Starfield one for all my PC gaming, which is most of my gaming.
And even the ones that even the ones that are like our third party that I use now, like the 8-bit Do. It's basically just that. I mean, it really feels like that controller in every way.
Even as the Xbox brand is diminishing, somehow to me, like I still
they
feel
always
like
make
this
good
is the more
controllers,
popular
except for the
controller style.
Xbox, yeah, except for the Duke.
Right. Like I definitely think that there are controllers with much more personality.
Yeah.
Like if I was to get a shirt of a controller, it would be the GameCube controller. Or it would be the Dreamcast controller, something like fun like that, like the VMU. Oh, that's so wacky. And the GameCube, it's just kind of cool looking, and I love the beans and things like that.
I've seen like people say like Dual Sense, or maybe someone said Dual Shock. I could hear something for like an early Dual Shock controller. I like those a lot. I think the D-pad is really good on them, and then I like those controllers. But I just think. My honest to God answer is the Xbox Series controller.
Yeah, I do think I think it's got everything I really do need or want a controller. As much as I love the GameCube controller, it has some noticeable design flaws.
The D-pad.
The D-pad is small. It only has 3 shoulder buttons instead of 4, and you can't click in the stick. So it just has less inputs than other controllers of that era. So some games are kind of a little weird there.
Okay, is this a little bit unfair? Because when we say greatest controller, does that mean just the greatest controller you could pick up and play any game with, or is it the greatest controller for the system it was designed for? Like the Sega Saturn controller is pretty good, the 6-button one.
It's very good.
Yeah, like that, and we shouldn't like punish it because it doesn't have like the perfect analog stick setup that we would need to play Call of Duty today.
Right, but even then, that controller ran into a problem because 3D games started becoming a thing, and then they kind of had to make a weird Sega Saturn controller with an analog stick on it. So,
yep.
I think I agree that it's kind of it's a little boring almost, but I think the Xbox Series controller just feels really good.
Yep.
It's just kind of what I need from a controller. It's so good that I don't need or use the fancy one, that the Elite, right? I don't need that.
Yeah, same. I kind of had my Elite V2 in its case for months and months and months. It's just so easy to pick up the Xbox controller, and it does everything I need it to do.
All right. Let's see if I could use a Goober one now, actually.
Or in essence, the real good controller is the thingy for the DS to play Guitar Hero.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I like it.
Yeah, that shit rules.
All right, Jeff. Okay. What is the greatest spaceship of all time? And I will remind you, sir, I did not write down video game spaceship.
Right.
I wrote down spaceship.
Okay. This is interesting. I love the Millennium Falcon. I also love the Outrider, Dash Rendars from Star Wars: Shadow of the Empire. I also think that we should consider shoot spaceships as well. It's like the shoot Enterprise or whatever. Or
okay, right. Like the
shuttles.
Space shuttle.
Yeah.
The shuttles. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, the Enterprise is really good. I've always
the Enterprise D.
Enterprise D,
the one for me. The Enterprise D from Star Trek Next Generation. It's beautiful, and it's cozy. It's majestic. I feel so much joy when I look at that thing. Are there what video games ones would you consider? Do you feel as strongly about the Normandy as some people do?
No. I like it.
I get it a little bit.
For me, it was always. I mean, I thought it was cool design, and I liked it. For me, the standout thing in Mass Effect was always the Citadel. I'm like, I love spending time on the Citadel, and this is such a cool concept, and that was always my thing.
Were you a Firefly guy? Do you like the Serenity at all?
I was a Firefly guy. Yeah. I thought I thought that the Serenity was all right. It was not the best design. It felt like a lesser Millennium Falcon, which it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fair. Samus, the ship Samus has in like Metroid Prime, that thing's really cool.
Yes, yes, Metroid Prime when it lands and she comes out of the top. Yeah, I love the look of that thing. Although for me, whenever I think about spaceships that one person is flying in, I begin to think about the logistics pretty quickly of like flying. Because for me, the way spaceships should work and space travel should work in fiction is it should be like the Caribbean. It's not like going to take you months to get from one place to the other in space, but it could take you a couple days to a couple of weeks to go from one place to the other. So you're going to want a place to sleep, a place for recreation, a place to stretch your legs, to get up and move around.
Well, that's why the Enterprise D is so freaking cool, because like they did design it like it's basically a city.
Yes.
And it's got like,
it's an aircraft carrier. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's got like entertainment, it's got a school and like all this stuff. That's what I love about it. And like the saucer can split, and it's
why I couldn't choose the X-wing, because it's like that sounds like a nightmare. An X-wing with a hyperdrive? No way.
I think I could play about this all right, but maybe the moment where I was the most mad at Star Wars recently was the episode of, I don't even think it was The Mandalorian. I think it was an episode of the Book of Boba Fett where the Mandalorian had to get a new spaceship because they blew up his Razor Crest thing. And it's like, here's your new ship. It's a Naboo starfighter. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It just has a seat in it. He was living in a trailer before.
Right, you have a baby. What are you talking about?
Like, where's he gonna sleep?
Where's he gonna shit?
You have to
he's gonna have to go to the bathroom. That's stupid. Yeah.
And like, he's a bounty hunter. He was like literally storing people in his old ship. Where's he gonna put those? It was just we could maybe sell some more Naboo starfighter toys, and then they immediately just reversed him and gave him back his thing.
Because it is stupid. It hurts the storytelling. I have thought about the concerns of this sort of thing since I first saw Empire Strikes Back, and Luke takes the X-wing with the hyperdrive to Dagobah. I'm like, that's got to be uncomfortable. That's like, I get it, long drive, but there's no gas stations to stop at. What's happening here? So yeah, this has been a concern of mine for a long time.
To hold on the poop.
Right, he makes it, he evaporates it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in 40K, there's this battle of the sisters, the battle sisters. They drop churches on top of like planets. Were pretty cool. Those are pretty cool ships. Should do that.
Oh, I know we gave the Outrider, but I do like the Ebon Hawk from KOTOR as well.
Oh yeah, no, I like that too. That's a good one. It's very similar to sort of like the Outrider and stuff.
Yeah, I do think I will have to insist on the Enterprise D for this one though.
I think I would be the exact same way. I could easily go Millennium Falcon, but I like the idea of like owning my own ship and it being my own private space, and that's a very cool concept to me. But it's equally cool to have a flying city in space that meets everyone's needs and has all these civilians there, and then there's the kind of quasi-military running the ship and stuff like that on the saucer. It's a cool thing.
One more?
Yeah, one more.
Shaking it up real good now, making sure the best one. It's shaking loose. Gets into my paw. Oh, this is a long one. What is this possibly? Oh, God, this was definitely a community member one. Somehow we're back on this train. All right, who is the greatest tertiary McDonald's mascot?
I love Mayor McCheese. Is that tertiary?
I was going to say Mayor McCheese.
He's absurd.
Right, yeah, it's good.
Is Grimace tertiary? These are tough.
I think let's say that the only ones that I think aren't tertiary are Ronald McDonald, Grimace, and the Hamburglar.
Okay.
I think everyone else, even that bird, I can't remember her name, kind of tertiary.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think that works for me. Mayor McCheese is up there.
Mayor McCheese is great. You just like put him in a cartoon, and cartoons often do, and I just start laughing. Yeah,
like the fact that the cheese is sticking out on all sides, but still kind of looks like it's acting as his tongue for his hamburger mouth.
I guess so. The bird, I'm learning so much, was Birdie the early bird, designed to promote breakfast when they started doing breakfast in 1980. That's why there's this bird.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I do have my answer, Mike, and I'm pretty dead set on this one. I'm gonna. Right. I hope you can just go with me. Mac Tonight. Mac love Mac Tonight.
Mac is really cool looking.
Oh, that's the same thing where it's like, oh, we're open late now, so you can come to our stores real late and get McDonald's, and so it's the equivalent to Birdie. The moon guy, he was Mac Tonight. I remember seeing him the first time, being like, that's the coolest fucking moon I've ever seen. I love this guy.
Yeah, he is pretty neat. You God, what about? I always liked the Nuggets. What were the Nuggets called?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, the McNugget buddies. That's it. I guess they're just called the I guess I'll tell you what, the name's hurting them. The name is hurting them.
It's no Fry Kids. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. The Fry Kids. That's something. What with this? Right? Or the Happy Meal gang. I actually do remember the Happy Meal gang. I think I had toys.
This is like listening to two priests talking about their favorite saints and shit.
Yes,
like,
right.
This is your religion.
Okay. What about Cosmic, the alien? Do you remember that?
I don't.
Yeah, it was this weird little alien, COSMC. Has nothing to do with when they tried to make the Starbucks likes that were also called Cosmics. Yeah, there was an alien mascot called Cosmic there. I don't think he lasted long.
I'm looking at pictures of him right now. But do you remember Captain Crook?
No, Captain Crook's a new one.
Pirate villain from a McDonald's Land ad universe from 1971. He was just basically a Muppet.
Yeah, I do remember Captain Crook now.
Man, what is this fucking early version of the Hamburglar? That's terrifying. Okay, I'll have to share that picture with everyone later. Captain Crook is cool, but not going to probably win this one. I'm looking. Oh yeah, look at Cosmic. Look at this guy. I do remember.
Yeah, Cosmic. Right?
I do remember this guy. Did I have a toy of Cosmic?
I was about to say. I bet you remember him when you see him.
Yeah.
Oh God, I better start writing down tertiary McDonald's mascot right now. All right. So we're leaning towards Mac tonight. Cosmic. Pretty good. Mary McCheese, also I think worthy of consideration.
You said it was Ronald McDonald, Hamburglar, and Grimace are the non-tertiary. Those are the primary.
I think those are the only primary ones.
Okay.
Maybe Early Bird, maybe Birdie, but I don't know.
I don't think
Birdie got a lot of screen time, but she was kind of the token female character.
Yes, that's always how I felt. Yes, but okay. Sean says Birdie is secondary. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a concern in this conversation anyhow. I'm still Mac tonight.
All right. Well, let's do it. Mac tonight. Okay, I'm glad we got my silly one. Boy, did we. Good thing I shook it so much.
Yeah, the cream rose to the top.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so just to remind everybody what we decided out of the hat tonight, the best greatest SNES soundtrack is Final Fantasy VI. Our first hat trick. Greatest NES game is Punch-Out. Greatest controller is the Xbox Series controller. Greatest spaceship is the USS Enterprise D. And the greatest tertiary McDonald's mascot is Mac tonight. Fantastic
Incredible.
Work.
Yeah, I'm really proud of us. Good job. Good job to everybody. It sounds like we got just a handful from the community answered this time around, but we'll do even more next time, I'm sure. Yeah, keep sending them in. Yeah. We will.
I keep going back to look for more. Yes.
Yes, we will replenish the hat. We promise to replenish the hat. All right, let's take one more break. We'll come back, talk about what we've been playing, and then we'll get into the rest of the super chats right after this. All right, Mike. I'll tell you a little bit really quick about Pacopia. I've not played a ton of it. I'm still in the very early tutorial parts, but what I've played so far has been immediately charming, and I could tell they put you in a world, and then they give your Ditto human character a bunch of abilities really fast of okay, you can put some water on the ground to revive these plants in this earth, and then you could plant plants yourself, and then if those plants are watered and they're bunched up in groups of 4, that will be a habitat for certain Pokemon, and they'll be attracted, and now you need to learn the combinations of other things like putting 4 of those grass spaces under a tree so it's shaded grass that will attract different types of Pokemon. And it's that's where I'm at right now, where it's I'm learning the very basics. I have the ability to put down the water. I have the ability to grow grass. And then I can call a Charmander over to start a fire. But I can see around me already a bunch of other things I will eventually be able to interact with, like some big piles of wood that I can use cut on, and there's a leaky block in the wall where I'm I bet if I dig there, the water will start pouring and start feeding all this land fresh water, so I don't have to water it all the time. And so I'm okay, I can already see the pathway they have me on, and everything I've done so far has been very pleasant and pleasurable. Of just, hey, I did the very basic thing, and now a Squirtle has moved in, and a Bulbasaur. and it's like, okay, yeah, this is working for me already, and it feels like it's not going to be like the most complicated, but it will be complex enough to keep me entertained at least through this early part. So I'm seeing the promise here, and I'm certainly seeing what everyone who has fallen in love with this game is seeing. I will be curious to see if it has the legs of something like an Animal Crossing. And it doesn't need to. It just needs to be a fun game that people feel like they got their money's worth out of. But if it does have the legs, it's something they could support long term. Like they're having like not live events, but like events in the game set to certain dates and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, you keep adding those over time and expanding on those. You could do a lot with this thing. And I'm impressed at the very least so far. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you think.
Yeah, I'm very excited to try it out tomorrow. I'm hoping it gets its claws into me. I can go for one of these pretty badly.
Yes.
And I still, when Pokemon is good, I do enjoy it quite a bit still. I'm interested to see which Pokemons I can attract to my town.
Yeah, I think it looks really nice. It looks like a Pokemon game. It's like part of me is like, man, I do remember just Viva Pinata on the 360 looking, I don't want to say better, but just kind of like, oh yeah, it looks more realistic for sure. And it's like, okay, I don't need to compare it to that. This is what this game should look like. But a part of me is also like, I kind of wish the Pokemon company would take a few more chances with its visual style and try some other things. Maybe not necessarily realistic, but at least stylized.
During that Capcom presentation, it was funny seeing Monster Hunter Stories 3, a game I'm not really interested in, but it like looks really good. It is like
really good.
It's a bit more stylized and colorful and animated than any of the Pokemon games have been recently.
Exactly, sure. and a huge part of that is them just trading on what these games or the history of these games. It's the 30th anniversary, and you're mostly getting Gen 1, and they're still making all of their original Gen 1 sound effects as they should. So it's like, yeah, part of that is a conscious choice to make a call back to these original games, and I get that. You playing anything?
Well, Resident Evil 9 was the big thing over kind of the weekend. Went through that and loved it and talked about it in some places, but just had a really good time. Hopefully, maybe we can do a spoiler cast or something, either in the next Bombcast or somewhere else. Because I would like to maybe talk about. What's that?
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it. Yep.
All right.
Yep. So it was really great. It was incredible stuff. Liked it a lot.
Yep.
It was kind of killing time on my Switch 2, playing Dragon Quest 2 HD 2D, and am enjoying that. It's it's a lot like the other HD2Ds. I do kind of like the conceit of this one is you're descendants of the guy from the first game, and the descendants sort of spread around the kingdom, and there's a new threat, and you need to go find your cousins from the other kingdom. So yeah, it's kind of cute. Like, oh, these kids are gonna kind of get together, and they're the next generation. It's like Dragon Quest, the next generation.
Yeah.
And we all know how I feel about TNG. So, even after playing 7. And 7 like really simplified a lot of things. So even like the fact here that sometimes my characters die and I'm actually healing and not just spamming whatever is my strongest spell at all times because there's so much MP and things that will regenerate my MP everywhere. The fact that I actually had to go back to town and heal sometimes in kind for money, I'm actually kind of happy to have that back.
It's at the very least a change of pace, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked 7 Reimagined, but I want my RPGs to push against me a good bit more than that.
Right.
For sure.
Christian, you have been playing Marathon?
Yep, came out today. I played during that server slam thingy. I played a little bit just to feel like, the shooting and that kind of stuff. Just for that, and I didn't want to get burned, you play a lot, but with Arc Raiders, I kind of burned myself out a little bit with those tests, and I play a lot of it. So when the game came out, I was kind of struggling a little bit at the beginning, but then I just picked up. And with this game, I didn't want to do that, so I just played to feel the shooting, and it felt good, but they didn't have all the progression stuff that you really want on these games. And now with the game fully out, I've been, testing all that stuff, and it seems pretty good. It's a pretty good one of these games,
right?
Which kind of means nothing, because who knows what's gonna happen with this game. I kind of don't want to say anything, because whenever I love a game, it either becomes like the greatest thing ever or it dies right away. So I'm kind of scared about that. But it did give me a little bit of relief, because I didn't know if I was going to like the the loop of the game, not having like a crafting thing. It doesn't have that kind of stuff that I really like. But you still do loot a lot of stuff. You you don't craft stuff, but you exchange whatever you find for upgrades for your character, for like other materials for make upgrades for your guns and that kind of stuff. So they have like the treadmill, that's that carrot on the stick where you can just like see this thing in the horizon that you can chase, and like it gives all the shooting, all the stuff, this like this complexity. This cool because you can make your character, your shell, and your stuff like more personalized and play the way you want to play. So it's cool, but still, still cautious to see what's gonna happen with the game, if it's gonna. I don't want to get super invested and then the game dies in like a couple of months. I was like, fuck, man, this fucking sucks. And I love Bungie.
Don't need to be burned again.
So I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want Bungie to go to have a bad time, knowing how Sony works. So yeah, so far it's pretty good, it's pretty fun, and hopefully people plays it and likes it. I want Bungie to be
Can I ask you
around
just
still.
a basic question about how it works to help me? Is there a big onboarding sequence before I'm able to play with other people?
There's the second you launch the game, it puts you in the match, like it's just a solo match. There's just a tutorial, but you can skip that and you don't need anything. You can just
I'm gonna play that at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna start up tonight, see what I kind of need to do, so
it's
that
pretty short.
We're ready tomorrow.
Okay.
To
yeah, that was my plan as well. Yeah.
It's super short, and you can even skip it. And I did it during the Server Slam, and then when I launched the game today, because the New Game Plus boys were playing. And I saw them, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna launch the game," because I just came back for work and I was trying to have some rest. But fuck it, just gonna play the video game, So I skipped the tutorial and nothing happened. I could just like log in with them, so you don't need to do none of that.
All right, excellent. I'm curious to see how I end up feeling about it. I wanna I'll give it a shot.
Good.
If I like the shooting, I'll like it quite a bit, because it's like that's what I want from this.
It's great. Shooting is great. The guns. They're Bungie guns. They're big ass. They occupy half of the fucking screen. They look cool as fuck. The art is great, despite what some people say. I don't get people who doesn't like this art. It's crazy. I'm like, look at it. It's like Wipeout. It looks crazy. It looks cool as fuck.
It does look like Wipeout. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, it's pretty good. So yeah, okay. Good luck. Bungie, I don't know what else to say about the game, but it's pretty good.
No, I appreciate it. All right, I think that's gonna do it for what we've been playing. We'll be talking about like more Pocopia next week, I'm sure. Mike, you're you already gonna be talking about that because you're gonna spend a lot of time with it tomorrow night. So we'll have those conversations then. In the meantime, Mike, let's wrap up that last super chat. I think we just got one more.
Yeah, from T Bucket says, I know Grubb posted a pic, but Mike, have you seen the My 9 Games trend on Blue Sky, where people pick their top 9 games or most important games? I've seen this. I did not do my own. I guess I'm curious to see what
Did you see mine?
No, I didn't see it. Let's see. It's all Fight Club games. You're funny. That's funny.
It was. I was like, do I have enough to fill this out? And I'm like, Daikatana, Bubsy, Ride to Hell, Trespasser, Overblood, Blues Brothers 2000, Batman, Dark Tomorrow. And I was like, Sonic Blast. And then I'm like, wait, I might not have a 9th. It's like, well, okay, I'll count 30 Great Games Family Party, which we played with Lucy at PAX. So I was able to fill it all out. Yeah,
it's funny. Yeah.
It's a dumb looking image when you just look at those 9
covers. Though. I'm curious. I mean, okay, real quick, let's see if I can make my Blight Club one.
Should be right there, yeah.
Yeah. RoboCop was my first one. Then Mortal Kombat Mythologies was after that. This is a good practice to remember all the ones I've done. I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna go to blightclub.games. So this is a Japanese site, right? This thing actually.
Yes. My 9 Games. Yep. But if you just type it into that search bar, they'll pop up.
If I search for Sub-Zero, it'll come up. There it is. Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. And before that I even had Special Forces. I forget I did Special Forces.
Yeah, don't forget Special Forces.
Don't forget Special Forces. All right. Then after those ones, Rascal wasn't right away. Oh, was it my lightning round? What the heck did I do after Mortal Kombat Mythologies?
Okay, so Mortal Kombat Mythologies. Then was it Fester's Quest?
I feel like I did one before. So I could put Fester's Quest in for now, but I feel like I did other ones. I feel like I'm missing
Was it Alone
one.
in the Dark?
No, it was Alone in the Dark. So it's Fester's Quest. There's Alone in the Dark. God, I hate that game. Then Rascal.
Blink
and you'll miss it. Rascal. Virtual.
You have to blink.
Hide. Lied. How do you spell that fucking Virtual Hide Lied? So yeah, there's that one. Then Leisure. Man, I don't have to cheat like you did.
No, you don't.
Larry.
You have 10. I think that would count.
Yeah, Leisure. Really 10? I'm missing Leisure Suit Larry. Box Office Bus. God, what a fucking.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is like the one game they just don't even have on here.
Mortal Kombat Special Forces, Fester's Quest, Sub-Zero, RoboCop Rascal, Leisure Suit Larry, RoboCop Rogue City, Virtuoso, Alone in the Dark, Virtual Hide Light. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4,
so I got 9.
5,
Wait, what? So you have 10. I have 9. Which one
6,
am I missing?
7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm counting 10. Mortal Kombat Special Forces, Fester's Quest, Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero, RoboCop Rascal, Leisure Suit Larry, RoboCop Rogue City, Virtuoso, Virtual Hide Light, Alone in the Dark.
Rogue City is a Delight Club. That's what you're saying. RoboCop twice.
Oh, right. Okay. Did I say Robo? Okay, that's right. That's what it is. Okay, cool. Thank you. Wait, did I say it twice?
Yeah.
I did say it twice. Okay, I see it now.
Yep. Because RoboCop Rogue City is the good one.
That's a Delight Club. Yes, that's right.
All right, we did it then. I have 9 exactly. So I have a funny picture here that I will now post on my Blue Sky for sure. All right, fantastic. And then I think we got another one come in. Steenar says, thoughts on the Resident Evil Requiem credit song. I dig it. Yeah, I need to listen to it again. I did like it a lot. I listen to the Boo and the Blade from Resident Evil 4 remake all the time still. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like it as much as that, but definitely want to play some more of it for sure.
Is it about how annoying it is to play as Grace, or is it?
No, it's actually about how fun it is.
Wait, you don't like playing as Grace? Those are the best parts of the game.
Please don't start.
Oh, is it as bad as the combat and
Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yes. No, I just like Leon, bro. I just want to shoot
Leon too. Yeah, Leon sounds great. Did you Did you play?
I have to wait for this fuck motherfucker that occupies half of the entire fucking corridor to go through it, so I can go back and pick up a fucking wrench, and then go back again and wait for the motherfucker to go through it again.
You could shoot him in the leg.
Oh, they saw me again. In my under recourse, I shoot all my bullets on the motherfucker. I had to run around a fucking table all the time. It's cool, bro. I love it.
Skill.
Oh, it's skill issue. I so funny. Oh,
I don't know.
Okay, wait. So, have you heard about this? The final puzzle in Resident Evil Requiem?
I've heard about this. I don't know too much about it yet.
I just looked up how where it starts or what I should be aware of, and apparently it is that severed hand. Did you pick up the severed hand?
I did pick up the severed hand. Wonder what was going to happen with it.
Me too.
I was like, here's another pencil. I don't know what to do with.
Okay.
Interesting. That makes sense. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I won't say anything more, but I kind of wish I would have thought of that. Okay, so now I know how to start that. I'm gonna go do that. It seems very obtuse, and it has to do with a lot of stuff you pick up, and you're like, does this do anything? And it's okay, it does.
Did you do anything with the roulette table? Mazes, we're getting to spoilers. I don't know, but I never did.
I didn't. I rolled that thing maybe 30 times, and I never did anything. I haven't looked up if it does anything.
Yeah, I want to look into that. I do want to play it again. It's like right now, especially because I am playing World of Warcraft and Overwatch again. Oh, that takes up some time. It turns out. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
That boy Jerry on chat says, "Man who has only played hide and seek. Yeah, this gameplay is fire."
Yeah. If you're playing it like hide and seek, I bet you're not having a good time.
Man, that's
you can't. They don't give you bullets to shoot motherfuckers. You gotta
some bullets. You're supposed to shoot them once in the leg and then push them away. You don't kill all of them.
And pushing away.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're supposed to survive the horror, Christian.
Yeah, it's I
come
would
back if you kill them.
I would try to get on the game's wavelength. I would try to shoot them in the leg, push them, run past them. Because honestly, if you kill them, they can become more dangerous. So you kind of set yourself up for more headaches.
That's the thing that pissed me off.
But it's like,
Something
it keeps the tension high, which is what they're going for. So I would just try to get on its wavelength a little bit.
I
But
get tense. That's the problem. I'm not a coward like you are.
yeah, that's right. That's just true. And yeah, I get it.
I will try. Memes apart, I will try to play more. I'm very cavalry. I'm very like, I'm just shooting people, So they give me a gun. I will. They probably shouldn't give me a gun.
Man, Myrian really did get fixed up. All those ones that I was only 3 of the way out of the 15 I mentioned, and now they're all done. So all right, cool. That's fantastic. All right, let's get out of here. Let's wrap this show up. Did we forget anything? It was kind of a mess there at the end. I think we got everything though. We got the last super chat.
7.
Okay.
You like 7?
I like Resident Evil 7.
Oh,
he just hates playing as a woman.
That's true. Have you heard they're making an all-woman remake of 12 Angry Men? It's called 12 Woman.
Jesus Christ.
I'll punish him, everybody. Don't worry.
That's another reference. That's Northern Lions jokes. Come on, people.
Man, Christian, you're just Ed. You're really a heel turn here.
I didn't know we had a Colin Moriarty on our team. Jesus.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wait a second over there. Wait a goddamn second.
Oh, no.
You're going to tear the team apart, Christian.
Someone's gonna make another fucking subreddit. Maybe we'll make it to the one that doesn't like. Then they have 2 subreddits. There's the one that doesn't like the show.
Hi y'all. Hi subreddits.
I don't know which one will be it. Maybe both.
Mike, it's early in the month. There's got to be a new 90s Disney, right? Tell people where to find that stuff.
Yeah, new 90s Disney talking about the time they made the castle into a birthday cake for the 25th anniversary, kind of tying to the repaint they're doing there. 90sdisney.com. Is that funny to you, Christian? There's a whole podcast about that. Huh? What? Oh, is that stupid for you?
Oh, hang on. Let me see if I go get my weird little Game Boy thing real quick. Hang on.
Oh, God, you're right. I got a
Women's
music
Day.
here.
Everybody, hope you have a great day.
God.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Playing. Grace is so good. I love those sections. Oh, he's running out of time. This music's about to wrap up. Quickly!
Look here. You turn it on. You take it out. Plays music.
Oh, it's the mic clip.
It's the hit clips. Yeah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.
He's gonna lose it in 3 days.
Shut up.
What the fuck it is.
Jeff, let's do each other here.
Okay.
The nonchalant. Okay.
That's some good fisting.
Include that when you post this on the last stand media. Was that? Yeah. Include the part about the fisting.